the sunlight will work. We'll find out. The light don't seem like much, but it makes a big difference on the screen. That looks pretty good, right? So that, I set this up specifically. This is eye level for when we're sitting. When we want to do a stand-up thing, we'll bring that up to eye level because the person will always, we're talking to them as a person, right? So if we're standing, they're standing. Right. We want to make our eyes meet. Shannon's. So when we're sitting, we're sitting. So however we decide to do it, the camera can go up and down. I like that light right above it. That's going to be good. The one over there, I'll play with the lighting. I guess you'll get used to it. Does it bother you?
No, I think you put it over there because I'm darker and I need more light to get to your level.
I started out putting them on both ends, but I realized I need light right behind the camera.
Yeah.
So there's actually a cool light ring I want to buy. So these could be our secondary lights, and the light ring goes like this. It's radical.
What does that do? Trick the light? Trick the camera?
Well, yeah. So the light's behind the camera. You won't get any
glare. And
yeah. You want the light to be behind the camera.
Movie makeup. So today we are talking about study skills.
Study skills.
In particular, how to study for an exam.
Which they don't teach you in school.
They don't. And quite frankly, I hate exams. But once I got all those good notes, it was definitely worth it. And
what did you say? You hate exams?
I hate exams.
Who hates exams? Raise your hand. Oh crap, everybody. Okay.
All right.
And guess what? You're going to have a hard time at exams because you just told yourself you hated them. So that's actually part of something that we're going to cover in the future. Thought patterns. Using your mind to overcome things that you actually hate or fear.
Right. It's just as simple as when I say, I'm hungry. They say, how are you doing today? I'm hungry. Or, I'm tired. And you're like, oh.
And then it usually happens, huh?
It usually happens the whole day.
In fact, I'm hungry now. Because you said I'm hungry.
Yes.
Because it put the thought in my head.
It works. All right. So,
it works to the good or the bad.
This is true. Good or bad. I want the good stuff.
For sure.
Kids go for it.
And learn how to recognize the bad stuff so we can remove it immediately when it shows up because it's going to show up. That's inevitable. Right. Is that a word? Inevitable?
No, inventable.
We can make a word.
Yeah, word making. Matter of fact, at this point, go ahead and tell us a word that you made up. We'd love to hear it and try to pronounce it.
In the comments. So yes. Actually, when we do our live streaming, I'm glad you said that. Yeah. Because we'd be like, okay, Chaz, this question's for you, and I would read it, and then you would answer.
Okay.
To the audience. I think we should do that a lot, actually. I think that's where it's at in the future. Yes, video, sir. But live, a lot of live. People were going to tune into live streams like they tuned in to watch MASH every Tuesday night back in the 70s.
Right. Yeah, if it's a program.
Yeah.
They're like, every Tuesday, Scott and Chaz are coming on.
And if they couldn't make it, it's always recorded. I think.
Yeah.
Well,
it'll always post and upload.
If you make it that way, right?
Mm-hmm. I think once you record it, it's automatic. I know on Facebook it's that way. Even though you're live, when you're done with it, it's there.
You can delete videos from YouTube.
Yes, and true. But we won't delete
still somewhere. No.
Except for these ones we're making now. They've got to go.
Well, as soon as we can figure out how to put it on a private channel that not everybody can see.
Yeah.
With your Android-owned, Google-owned, YouTube-owned phone. Makes zero sense.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's like UAA. They don't transfer credits to UAA.
And they're about to go out of business.
Go figure. Yeah. So, what was the hardest test you ever took?
The ASVAB when I went into the Marine Corps.
The ASVAB. I took a pre-ASVAB.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna go into the Marines, and they told me I was based off my pre-score. I would qualify for quite a few jobs, and I didn't go. It sounded good at first, but I don't know why I didn't. I got scared, maybe.
You're better off.
Yeah, I did want to be a Marine. I was like, I'm going for this. Military was the thing to do. You know, I went to Bartlett, so that's like military school.
Is it?
Yeah, every because that's the school for the base. Yep. Cause
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So that's where all the high schoolers for base go to. Majority, should I say.
So the recruiters like hanging out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, they do. They would get me down the hallway.
Yarrow told me a story about that just a couple, I don't know, maybe just last weekend, about the recruiters trying to get her into the military, and she scored like super high on the ASVAB.
Yeah.
And like she could have been an officer or whatever. She's
Yeah,
like,
it's tough.
Not for her.
Not yeah. You know, I would have, should have, could have, but I didn't.
Your life would have been different.
I went into the street military. Still got to do some of the things that the real military does, but not on the level that.
Can you see the clock, the timer on the camera screen?
Faintly. I probably need my glasses on.
Well, we should time ourselves actually, because we don't. We do right now. We have about an 18-minute limit on the camera anyway, before it shuts off by itself. That red dot is indicator for sure.
Okay.
If for some reason we think we're filming and this red dot ain't there, tell me.
Okay.
Because
we're at 7 minutes. I can see that.
Okay. Yeah, so if you saw that, I thought about putting a timer up here.
Yeah.
A countdown, like okay, we're getting 7 minutes or whatever. I don't know.
I think countdown works because it'll tie into the Toastmaster drills. You know.
That's a good way. That's actually really good. Hey, we can have our own. Ooh.
Toastmaster Club.
You can upload your own videos of some criteria that we put forth, and Chaz and I will critique them for you as we would be as an employer. So you're gonna do a mock interview on camera with some pre-questions that we give you or whatever, and we can critique you for a fee, of course.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yes. $10 a minute. We should probably critique resumes.
You can sell anything, dude. I've sold for sure.
You know,
I've paid people to do mine. Actually,
I charge $50 an hour, or $50 a resume.
I've had people pay me for email consulting. For keto email, 2 emails a day. Ask me anything you want.
For keto,
$50.
Yeah. For
30 days. You can sell anything.
Yeah. So would you put together like a recipe book for them or something?
No, I just
that's what you should.
It depends on them. It's custom for them.
Right.
So
you should do a recipe book.
There's
book. Too much.
Too many people
already did it.
It's flooded. Yeah. I think my niche is losing all this weight at my age without exercise.
It's pretty good.
And I'm not. So guess what? So I lost like 0.2, 0.3 pounds in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
So I'm consistent. Wait. Well, good. No. Guess what I ate last night?
An egg.
Well, no. I had some shredded pork burritos that I kind of made myself. I bought some low carb tortillas at Fred Meyer's I found. But I also had tortilla chips.
Okay.
Light kind, but just regular ones. No big deal. It's got carbs, right? And ice cream.
Wow.
So it's not. I've figured out how to lose weight and still cheat.
Right. And still enjoy your food. Yeah.
And actually, right now, I am what you would call intermittent fasting, but with a Scotty twist. I eat about every 12 hours, so twice a day.
Okay.
But it's what I want.
Right.
But the first meal, like between 9 and 11, is pretty light and it's keto. But at night, when I say I'm not going to eat anything tonight, but at 10 o'clock I start jonesing and turn into the Cookie Monster, I basically eat whatever I want and still lose weight on the scale the next morning.
Really? Because I heard that overnight, sleeping on the food, was a bad idea.
I've always believed that.
But I've also heard that you burn more calories in your sleep than you do when you're awake.
I think I've almost proved that last part. But I've always believed the first one.
Right.
The closer it is that you eat to bedtime, you'll store it all up as fat, right? Because you're not...
No activity.
Right. I've believed that all my life, and I've just proven it to be not true. I mean, I've literally eaten a half a gallon of ice cream before bed. And still continue to lose weight.
I mean, I knew people, in order to gain weight, they would load up on oatmeal and then go to bed every night.
Because they're trying to gain weight.
They're trying to gain weight, yeah.
Yeah, oatmeal is not probably the best thing to do.
Just because
white rice
stick to you.
Yeah.
Oatmeal, mashed potatoes, white rice. Speaking of, I ate at Cattle Company. Oh man, I had it was a couple of us at the table. One guy had filet mignon, and he had it medium well instead of well done. I don't really like any pink, but he gave me a piece of that, one of the most tender piece of filet mignon I've ever had.
At Cattle Company.
At Cattle Company. I was like, whoa. And I ended up getting a barbecue chicken and a half rack of ribs. But for dessert, this is only the second time I've had that, I don't know what it's called. It's the ice cream on top of the cookie.
Yeah.
Oh my man. Oh.
It's so rich. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
You can't even eat half that cookie.
That's all I had. My wife wanted the other half. So I'm like, ice cream and cookie. She wouldn't put it on there because she didn't want it mixed. I'm like, you're ruining the whole thing.
That's the whole point.
Well, you might as well take this thing to go. But that was the most delicious. It hit the spot, man.
They're hit and miss. I can go there and have a great meal like you just said, and then the next time it sucks. So I don't know.
Step it up, Cattle Company.
Yeah.
Step it up.
Their appetizers, spicy cauliflower.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
really good.
We do the fried zucchini.
Yeah, we get that every time too.
Yeah.
That is as well.
And that's hit or miss.
I know, huh?
Yeah. Put the cauliflower with
that. Man.
Yeah,
I've never got a bad batch of cauliflower though.
Yeah, sometimes the zucchini is super, I don't know if it was too much batter or they fried it too fast. Super thick and hard, crunchy.
I don't like it that way.
Yeah. So, but I've done zucchini at home. I don't know where they get their zucchinis because my zucchinis they be like about as wide as that top. But their zucchini, I mean, them chips come out. So it's like they slant sliced them.
I think they go a long ways.
Yeah. But I mean,
Big zucchinis, huh?
Yeah.
They're not organic.
No.
They're probably monster grown.
You seen the new strawberries?
No.
Oh my gosh. It's like a mutant. It's
Where?
you know the top at Cars, Walmart, wherever, Freddy's. So you know how the top of the strawberry, the green.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the strawberry's about that big.
No.
Right? It's literally, if you examine it, it looks like 3 strawberries grew off the same top, and they were like Siamese strawberries or something.
But they genetically engineered that way?
Yeah, because because the whole now the strawberry has, instead of a single strawberry tip, there's 3 tips on the strawberry at an angle. So it's like 1, 2, 3.
So
I'm like, dude,
this will be good for my keto channel. If you listen to Chaz talk, I might even use this cut actually. You listen to him talk about strawberries, which are really good. Everybody thinks strawberries are healthy for you, right? Are they healthy? They got vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, or whatever. But what else do strawberries have?
Sugar.
Sugar.
Yes, that's why I love them. I love the sugar.
So, but you're a skinny guy.
Yeah.
Now, your metabolism is fast, or you just have a lot of energy,
a
or
lot of
workout?
energy. No working out going on.
So why does it stay so skinny?
High metabolism.
Do you think they'll stay there forever?
No, because it's slowed down from when I was younger.
A lot?
Yeah, and most of it goes to the gut. But I do fast regularly. Right now I'm at about 3 times a week.
You are?
Routinely. Like a 12 to...
For religious purposes though, right?
For religious purposes. But there's benefits.
I didn't know you fasted that much.
Yeah, we picked it up probably the last 2 months.
Explain a 1 week routine.
1 week routine will be this past week, Monday, Sunday at midnight, so Monday morning till 3 o'clock, nothing. Make sure you get some prayer in the morning, and then whatever I want at that night. And then repeat that Tuesday and Wednesday, and the rest of the week. But I'll switch it because your body becomes accustomed to it. And then the next week we'll do 12 to 8. Okay, to extend it out. So now while I'm at work, I don't get to eat at all. When I get home, I still got 2 hours, and I use that time to pray before it's time to eat. And then the previous week we did 3 days, 72 hours. 36 hours, 12, 24.
And you've
24, 72 hours, 3 days.
And you've done 21 days as your top?
21 days is the top, yeah.
5 is mine.
Yeah, and, powered by a hunger.
Well, so, I totally want to do a series on that for my keto channel. But, questions about, the thought just totally left my mind. Oh, religious purposes, and I want to hear from you because I actually know, but religious purposes of fasting is completely different than for health benefits. Yes. Although they're starting to discover that religious fasting had a lot of health benefits to do that we didn't even know about. Right. Now, whether they knew about them back then or God knew about it, that's a whole different discussion.
Right.
But they're learning about all these health benefits of fasting, and but you do it specifically for prayer and religious studies and things like that. When you're in a fasted state, does that increase your concentration, your focus in prayer? Does it distract it? I mean, what's the purpose behind it?
There's a sensitivity that comes with it because you haven't eaten, you haven't indulged, and so you instead of eating, you pray. That becomes your food. Instead of eating, you read your word. That becomes your food, and you actually become closer. Fasting itself is actually a biblical concept. Even before man started doing it for health reasons. It's just, as we separate ourselves, but it was a biblical concept first, and the benefits of it are the spiritual ones that you get. The additions would be the health and everything else.
Yeah, I actually think it's interesting because people thought that religious fanatics that fast it's dangerous. And maybe that's why you have to pray so much, because you're but science has actually proven that to be opposite. Right. And they've actually used fasting to cure disease, cleanse your system, and lose weight, which guess what holds toxicity in your fat cells can really hold a lot of toxins in your body. So all this religious